Hello, my lovies. It's Sunday Inspiration. So today I have an 8x8 MDF board and I have this pile of, let me just show you, this wrapping paper that was in I came across it as I was looking for something. I'm like, ooh, I could use that for something. So I'm going to use it for today. So I have cut these bits and pieces of flour out, and I have 2 random book pages. Now I'm going to be putting all of this down with my matte gel medium. And the reason I'm using gel medium today is because the book pages are really thin and so is this wrapping paper. And if I were to use my regular fluid matte medium, the papers would wrinkle more, and a lot of times I want that. I want all the texture, but for this, there's so much busyness. I don't need all of that texture. So because this is gel, which is heavy, it will coat that and make it stick down, and I can get it flatter. So I'll be doing that. And then I've got an idea, and you know how that goes. Sometimes the best things are when you don't create, so who knows? I mean, last time I created, I was like, ah! So 8x8 MDF board, some flowers, some gel. Oh, and I'm going to be using, I think, some of my, these are Inktense. Let me get them, let me show you. Inktense pencils. They're not watercolor pencils, they're ink pencils. So once they dry, they're permanent, which I love. Love, 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 because then you can put more layers and stuff and you don't have to worry about it changing or running or anything like that. So I think I'll be using those, and some umber. I don't know if there's a day that I don't use umber. And that's all I know right now. Maybe a stencil or two. We'll see. All right, let's get creating. Hey, lovies. She is done. I love her. I love this. This is yummy goodness. So this is a perfect example of taking something and making it your own. Grunging, like I grunged it up. I used my Inktense pencils to give it a watercolor effect. Used the Inktense down here to add even more. I used what did I use? I used a white paint marker. I used my paint markers to add some effect. Staedtler pigment liner to do the outlining to give it further detail. Yeah, and then I used some pastel chalk, not oil pastel, but chalk pastel around the edge. And just positively love her. And you know, you're using this design, but you're making it your own. And it saves a lot of time, and it helps you get your creative mojo going. So anyway, I love her. Now, because I've used all of the different mediums on here, I'm going to spray it with a fixative to fix everything, and then sealer, and she's good to go. So this week, you know, I'm always creating from my life. Everything that I do, there's a story. There's always something that, as through the weeks or days or whatever, I just have a notepad, and someone will say something, or there'll be a really meaningful conversation or something like that, and I have a list of things of words or something that sparked in the conversation or throughout the day that made me go, ooh, I need to paint about that. I also often, as you know, I'm always searching for, what do I need to hear for me this week? What is the message that I need to say to myself? You know, those kinds of things. And this is definitely one of those things. By the time that you see this, my little studio will be all packed up, and we're and we'll be on the road to our new home. And while change, you know, we have change in our lives, and it's really good change, and it's great things. Change is difficult, and the ending and the beginnings, the in-between, are really, really hard for me. There's really great things that have happened here in this space, lots of new beginnings. So I'm closing that chapter, and then I'm opening a new chapter. I'm in a new place, in a new city, new friends, and so I need to embrace the change. And even when it's good, it's always hard, and it's always scary. When one chapter in our life closes and we're moving on, and it's a good thing, we're moving on, it's still difficult, and there's lots of unknowns, and there are a lot of scary places in that change process. And embracing doesn't mean that we just take whatever. Embracing means understanding that, for me, it means understanding that everything happens for a reason, and that it is time for this chapter to close, and it's time for something else to open. And although scary, it's very exciting. And I know I talk to a lot of people who are in transition, who are in the middle of change, and it's really difficult. Job changes, relationship changes, lots of different things. And so when I say embrace change, I just mean take a deep breath. It's going to be difficult. It might be scary. It's going to be awesome. But you need to have a knowing that it's going to be okay. And that things happen for a reason, and although we can't see them maybe at a particular time, you know, down the road you'll look back and go, see, you know, all is good. And so embrace the change that's happening in your life. If you've got that happening, embrace it. Just say, okay, let's go, let's do this, and have a knowing and a peace in you that says it's gonna be all right. All right, my friends, I hope that your Sunday will be awesome, or is awesome, and that you, if you're in the middle of change, that you can take some time to breathe and just embrace it and know that you're strong. You can do it, and you're gonna make it. And probably the next Sunday inspiration, I don't know, we'll see, will be from a new location. So my friends, I hope you get some rest, and I hope you always know that you are loved. Talk to you soon.